Hey guys, and welcome back. So this is kind of a special one. What I have for you guys today is an absolute abomination. This is the reason why, you should never have relations with your sister. Found this bad boy on Marketplace, and I just had to have it. What we've got here is a Ford, wait for it, F300. Painted. It's painted. They painted the plastics. And it doesn't even bother me that they painted the plastics. But before they painted the plastics, they took some, I don't know, 12 grit and just wrecked. Just freaking wrecked a $300 set of plastics. So getting the paint off, it's not the end of the world. It takes a little time. The problem is, I think if we get the paint off of this one, we're just going to have some junky, tore up red plastics under it. So I was going to tear all the stickers off and get all the redneck off of it. I could, but I wanted you guys to see it first. And our fancy little setup here. What do we got? What do we got here? I don't even know how that mounts. It works though. So when I got there to get it, they were out there fumbling with it, had it locked into reverse, couldn't figure out how to get it out, couldn't get it to crank. I got the whole, I swear last time I rode it, it was fine thing. So I messed with it a few minutes, got it out of reverse, finally got it to crank. I think it does have some carb issues, but and it definitely needs a valve adjustment. Let me fire this pig up, see if y'all, I don't know how well it's going to translate on camera, but yeah, so I mean, it runs, rides, shifts, does everything it's supposed to do, reverse works. The rear brakes are completely gone. There's no pedal, no caliper. There's the hose. We have a brake hose. That's good, I guess. So anyway, I'm not sure what I want to do with it. I may pull the stickers off, clean it up, see if I can sell it and make $1. I just don't know that it's worth redoing the plastics and new carb and all that good stuff. I don't know that I'd get that money back out of it, but I mean, all in all, for all the obvious redneck douchery on it, it's a pretty solid four-wheeler, runs okay. But anyway, let me figure out what I want to do. Got to get it inside, and we'll get set up and go from there. Alright, so I got her inside, and I got the stickers off because I just can't work on it with the stickers on it, so I got those off. Anyway, what I'm going to do, I want to start with trying to get the valves adjusted, because if that noise doesn't go away, that's going to kind of determine what I do with this thing. But if I can get the valves adjusted and quiet it down, I think I've decided I'm going to go ahead and go through and try to get this blue paint off and see what I can do with the plastics, get them back, somewhere close to original. I don't know if you can tell, but it looks like before they painted it, they took some pretty coarse sandpaper, roughed it up. So I don't know how much I'm going to be able to do with it. But anyway, let me go ahead and get the plastics off and get to where we can get to the valves, and I'll bring you back in. Alright, so I got all the plastics off and the tank off. That was fun. I can't wait to never do that again. So now we're at the point where apparently this is what we're trying to get to. The intake valves and the exhaust. So we gotta get these two covers off. I'm told that down here, if you pop this out, you turn the crank over and get it to top dead center, and if you pop this out, there's supposed to be a little guide in there that tells you when you're there. So I'm gonna go ahead and get the covers off so we can once we get it to top dead center, we got to make sure we're on the right stroke before we start adjusting. So let me get those off and get these out, and I'll bring you back in. Alright, so I thought I'd throw this in here. Most of you probably already knew this, but I didn't, so I wanted to share it. I went to pull the plug out, and I didn't have a single spark plug socket anywhere that would fit it. It's hard to tell, but it's so tight in there that a regular socket won't go in it. So I jumped online and started looking at some blogs, and it is an 18mm socket. I found it at Advance. This is it. I don't know how well you're going to be able to see it, but it's like super thin walled. It was like $6. So yeah, I thought I was going to be at a standstill. Oh, and you know, as you saw in the beginning of the video, how it was all rednecked out and stuff. Look which plug they had. Can you see that? It's an auto light in a four-wheeler. Anyway, so yeah, there's that. I just wanted to share that with you because I thought I was screwed. I thought I was going to have to order a special Honda tool and all that. But anyway, that'll work. So let me continue. Let me get everything set up, and we'll get top dead center and all that, and we'll get back at it. Alright guys, so we got the covers off. Let me show you. That's the bottom cover. That's where you turn it to get it to top dead center. And there's where you watch to find your timing marks. Now it's kind of hard to see. I'll do the best I can to show you. Alright, so right here there's a groove, and if you can see inside, they're kind of hard to see. Bear with me. You see those two grooves? One there and one there. Okay, so you want those to be lined up on that groove that's on the outside and that goes into the case. And it's kind of hard to see from here, but there's a very prominent groove right here. And you just want those two lines inside to be kind of straddling that line. Now, as you go around, it kind of gives you a warning, and I'll show you as best I can. Get around to them again. Okay, so I almost went past it, but there's a line right there. Barely see it because I almost went too far. So that's the first thing you'll see. You turn it a little bit more, and you got, there's another one. Okay, and then the next thing that you're going to come to is those two lines. So that's where you want to be. Now, once you get there, you want to come up and check your, let me get you up here and see if we can see them. So in theory, that should be top dead center. So once you get there, you want to check these. Alright, so if you're on the right stroke, these will have some play in them. I know you can't see that, but and they don't, they're locked down. So what that tells us is, sorry guys, bear with me, what that tells us is that we're on the wrong stroke. So what we'll have to do is just keep turning. You'll come back around again, and I had it at top dead center, but I went on around just so I could show you what to look for, because you know it was a little confusing to me because there's a whole bunch of marks in there. So let's come back around, And you'll feel it too. When you're on the right stroke, when you're turning the crank over, there's way less resistance. I don't know if that's true. Every time there's our first mark. There's our gibberish. I don't even know what that is. And then there's our 2 lines. You can see it pretty decent. Okay, right there and right there. Now, when you come up here, see, now you have play. So you know that's how you can tell that you're on the right stroke. So let me back out here. So I had everything broke down so I could get down here and show you that. Let me get everything set back up and we'll actually get the valves adjusted. Give me 1 second. Alright guys, I thought I'd finish, but I already did the exhaust valves, so I'll walk you through. All you do, these are 10mm bolts. Break them loose, and what actually adjusts is this center screw right here. So the adjustment best I can find on both of these is supposed to be 4 thousandths. The problem that I'm having is let's start here. The smallest that my gauges go is 6 thousandths. And I realize that's not going to work, so this will be an opportunity for, all you guys tell me how stupid I am and how that won't work and all that. So what I'm doing is, I've done a few of these, so I'm going to wing it, but in a perfect world, when they're adjusted properly, you want to feel a little bit of drag. I know you can't see. You want to feel just a little bit of drag on the gauge. So what I'm going to do, since I need 4 instead of 6, is I'm going to go a little past that and get them on down there. Again, winging it. But once you get it where you want it, just tighten the nut back down good. That one's way too loose. Still not going as splendidly as I'd hoped. Okay. So we go to about right there on that one. Now, normally I would go get the correct gauge, but I need to get this done, so I'm going to wing. And when I get this all back together, if it's still got that same tap and all that, I'll know that's not the issue, so I'm going to have to look into something else. It's probably cams, the cam or something like that. It's going to need a top end or something, so I'll then have to reevaluate what I want to do. But anyway, once you get this done, get you back out here where you can see. I don't think I did this on video, but just a cover, 2 bolts in it. Those, I believe, are, yes, those are also 10mm. So let me get these 2 back on and get everything hooked back up, see if we can get her fired up, and find out if it made a difference or not. Give me just a minute. Stupidest choke design ever. Alright guys, well, it's slightly better. I think it might be worth actually going and getting the correct gauges and making sure they're dialed in, and possibly changing the oil, because from the looks of the four-wheeler and the way everything's rigged up, and the fact that it had an auto light spark plug in it, tells me that it probably hasn't been maintained or had fresh oil in it since, I don't know, 97. So yeah, but anyway, let's see if she'll fire back up. I think the carb, well, I know the carb has some issues, but it is actually running better. When I first got it, it was like a 20-minute process to get it to crank up and stay running. I'm sure if you, it likes to run on choke, so let's try that, which is why I'm pretty sure there's a carb issue. But anyway guys, gave it a shot. I was hoping that was going to fix it, but that's clearly not the problem. But if nothing else, this is my first time ever working on one like this, so I learned some stuff, especially the spark plug deal. That was a little weird. But anyway, I hope you got something out of it. I'm going to off camera get the oil changed, and I'm going to adjust the valves again, and probably do another video on it, get it all back together, and see if that helps or if it makes a difference, and figure out where we need to go from there. But again guys, I appreciate you hanging out with me, and you know, come back for the next one. Hopefully we'll get it going and get it right. But I'll see you next time. Thanks guys.